Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday morning as I record this. Hope you're well, hope you're right, hope the day is treating you well. In this video though, we are talking about Real Madrid's interest in Pedro Porro. I was going to be talking about their interest supposedly in Christian Romero. We're going to be talking about the fact that Romero went off injured last night. So we're talking about, well, supposedly injured. We'll talk about that. Amongst other transfer news, you'll see when I get there. You'll see when I get there. I want to say, if you're watching this, you know, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And yeah, happy weekend, by the way. I forgot to say that. Happy weekend. Obviously, England played last night, so good to see England win. It's nice that one of my teams wins, other than the Patriots in American football, which they won, which is good. But anyway, let's talk about Porro. So it came from Relevo, who said that Real Madrid are monitoring Pedro Porro. Even if they sign Trent Alexander-Arnold, Porro would still be on the agenda. Now, I don't really know how old Danny Carvajal is, right? How old is Danny? Danny. He's 32 in January, I think he is. Or 33, and he might be 33 in January. Actually, 33 in January is my guess there. I'm doing quick maths in my head. So obviously he's getting a bit older. Obviously he's still a very, very good player, but coming off a really big injury. Obviously, I think it was the ACL that he's ruptured. So coming off a very big injury, there's always that concern. The Porro deal makes a lot of sense for them. It makes a lot of sense for them. No, Spanish international, there's that. You know, the fact that he does actually like Real Madrid, that also helps. The style of play, what they want from their fullbacks, you know, or Fran Garcia is a little bit similar to him, but like on the left side of things. Porro's probably just better on the ball. But there's that. With Trent, there's a few ways you can look at this Trent situation. You know, yes, they could view him as the right back. And I think he's on a free next summer. I don't think he signed a new deal. So I think he's on free next summer. So there's always that potential thing with Real Madrid that they look at a player going on a free and go, we can save a few quid here and still get the player that we'd like. You know, they did it with Mbappe. Now, obviously, Mbappe's deal wasn't really free. It was costing them, I think, about 150 odd million pounds, somewhere in that ballpark. It's still an expensive deal, but it could have been a lot worse, right? Obviously, they're talking about maybe Alphonso Davies at Real Madrid as well. So obviously, it's a really exciting time for players to be linked with Real Madrid. And Porro, you know, was asked about his situation, his interest from Real Madrid, saying that I'm focused on my job. I'm 25 years old. At 26, I don't know where I will be. Football is like that, but I'm settled in England and I have a contract till 2028. My name and others are mentioned. My friends send me the rumours. It is a compliment. I am focused on the club and the national team. It is a result of a job well done if one of the best clubs in the world is taking notice of me. And I saw a lot of people losing their mind. And for me, I didn't. He actually gave a really non-diplomatic answer. I think he gave actually a really well thought out answer. Evidently, he knew it would probably come up in the Spanish media when he does a press conference that, you know, they're going to ask him about the fact that Real Madrid are interested in him. And he did the right thing. He said, look, you know, they're a massive club. You know, evidently, if a club wants you, it means you're doing something right. But right now, I'm just focused on my football in London. Brilliant. Perfect. For me, you know, he loves Spurs. You can tell he does. He's going to have 3 years left on his contract. So, you know, I don't want him to go because I think he's a very, very good player. I wish Spurs had either, well, let's see what Spence has, but I want someone to rival him, to push him on to be an even better right back. Because if you've got someone that's going to push him to be even better, he's just going to go up another level. And if he goes up another level, that's amazing, right? Because obviously we like what we see. There's some things that maybe we, you know, switching on at the back post, you're a little bit ooh, but I like what I see, and he can get better. He's still not even in his prime yet. That's the exciting thing. You know, a player's prime is probably start of 26. That's the early part of his prime. When you hit your main prime, you're probably about 28. So, you know, he's only going to continue to get better. So, yeah, I had no issues with that. With obviously Romero was substituted at halftime last night for Argentina, coming off with somewhat of a foot injury. I think that's probably somewhat to do with the toe. He's not 100% fit. He wasn't 100% fit against Ipswich. You knew he wasn't. Obviously, going off the game before against Villa with the injury. It is a concern. This is going to sound really bad, but luckily it was the first game, not the second game this happened. Obviously, it gives you a few extra days to get fit and healthy. But my general feeling is if he's not fit, he's not healthy, he's not going to play in the second game, come on back. Don't stay in Argentina. Come on back. Let's get you back. Let's get you back in London. Let's get you back, getting mended and on the way to. Look, we got Man City in 8 days. A week tomorrow. It's a week tomorrow. We've got Man City at 5:30 kickoff. So we're gonna need him because we don't know if Mickey is going to be right now. Mickey obviously he's not gone to the international breaks. He's been injured. So let's see how his development really comes around. But we're going to need Romero if Mickey definitely can't play. So hopefully this is a really, sort of a discomfort side of things. It's not something that's serious, but with the fact that you've got to travel and things like that, that always puts pressure on the body. You already know it as you might fly on holiday. You know that it does put pressure on the body being up that high, the air pressure, all those things. So if he's not right, get him back home. Let's just see though. I don't want to overreact that he's, he wasn't fit and he shouldn't have been playing. These things can happen, but if he's not right and he's not fit, let's not have him in Argentina for no reason. Let's just get him back early doors, get him in-house, get him acclimatised back to being in London, get him some rest as well. Look, I know you're complaining that you come back on a Thursday and you got to play on the Sunday. You're not getting enough rest. Well, let's get you back on the Friday or Saturday and let's give you a week of it, basically. So we'll see on that one because I think with Romero, it's obviously a really difficult one. There's talk that he's not going to extend his contract, Football Insider said, which they said he's refusing to talk. I don't think he's refusing to talk. So, players can sometimes go, look, I love the idea that you want to do it, talk about a new contract, but right now I just want to focus on my football. Let's just get that under control first. And I have no issues with that. I don't think there's anything to panic about right this second, So let's hold off. Let's see how we go with this, okay? I want to talk about these other transfer news, Facundo Buonanotte, Takefusa Kubo, something on my teeth. There you go. Lovely. Look, if I'm honest, I see neither of those happening. We already know about Takefusa Kubo. Sorry for the thumbs up. We know about Takefusa Kubo obviously having a release clause of about £52 million. I think it's like 60 million euros, which I think is about 53 million pounds. Good player, can beat a man. He's a right winger with a left foot. We've talked about him on this channel so many times. I think he's a good player. Obviously, there's always that concern about his physical stature. He's obviously a smaller player. He's a good player, exciting player, beats players all the time. And obviously we've got to have this idea in mind that, look, Son is going to be moving on. He's getting older. We've got a lot of youngsters in and around there right now. Now, Kubo is a more ready-to-go player. Buonanotte, obviously, he's kind of like probably the older bear stage. He's had some football in the top flight, but, it's not like bags of experience. Kubo's played many seasons now in the La Liga, and he's played, for good clubs in the La Liga as well. He's played for Sociedad. Sociedad are no chumps. I mean, they're in the Europa League, I think. Don't hold me to that, but I think they are. So they're a good team. I don't see either of these happening. It is Fichajes. If someone wants to help me out, how do you pronounce that? I'm more than welcome to listen. I don't see anything in this, to be honest. I don't. I see people getting excited about it. I just think it's the international break. People are just sort of clutching onto some straws, as to we need to talk about something, and that is from the source themselves, the people who report it. I don't see anything in it. I really don't. Buonanotte has had a good season for Leicester, but you're going to get a lot of fans go right now, oh, he's exciting, he's a good player, he's this, that, the other, and then we sign and we go, oh, signing another player from like a really lower league club. It's like you can't win there. With Kubo, I think would be the exciting one. I was wrong on Rafinha. I didn't think that was the play. I thought there was other moves that I'd have made. Ironically, we made none of those moves, so it didn't really matter anyway. But Kubo could be the play right now because Rafinha, his price that you might have thought about 40 million, it's probably about 70 or 80 right now. Kubo, actually, that's a good point. Let's have a look at Kubo this season and how he's doing. So I'm going on transfer market, by the way, to get an idea. 13 games, 3 goals. And he's got 3 games in the Europa League, no goals. He's got no assists, though, in 16 games, which is a bit of a concern. Obviously, like I said, he plays a bit of right wing, plays a bit of left wing, plays up front a little bit as well. 39 caps for Japan. Contract expires in the summer of 2029, so you're not going to get any sort of deal on him. He's going to be expensive. I just don't see it. You let me know what you think about those players. Would you want any of those players or not? You let me know your thoughts and things about Romero and Porro being linked to Real Madrid. Obviously, let me know everything about them below. Obviously, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification for more. And I'll see you all very, very soon to speak a little bit more Spurs. Take care, everyone. Peace.